Hey guys, and welcome back for episode 2. This time I'm using the FAMAS, which is a free round burst assault rifle with decent damage, but if you miss, it's gonna suck. So jumping right into it, the attachments are the Monolithic Suppressor for the velocity buff and staying off the minimap, the 24.4 inch sniper barrel, best range, recoil control, the usual stuff, tac laser because the ADS speed sucks. That's it. The VLK scope, just a great all-round scope, and lastly is the range of Foregrip. I've tried a mixture, but this one here works the best because it helps out with vertical recoil the most. And then as usual, the class is running a Deagle, Double Time, Ghost, Tracker, Thermite, and a heartbeat sensor. That's the class, let's get started. And we're out over the top of the military base. Now this is a pretty wide circle, so as far as it goes, it can really go almost anywhere. So the plan is just get looted up, get a loadout, and start cracking. It's buyback solos too, so if I die and I have 4,500 in my inventory, I can come back. Now I spot these three guys here coming in above me, so I have a clear indicator of who's in the vicinity. Now if I could actually get over this rubble a lot earlier, I could push this guy a lot quicker. Now he's got a gun. Instead, I decided to loot a little bit just to find a better close range gun. Pop dead silence, and I chase my first target down. You can kind of tell this is still my first game of the day. That's alright, we kill him and we loot his corpse. And one sweet transition later, we're up here. I spot this guy, and just like my dad going to the store, he disappears without a trace. However, there's kind of one way he can only go. And I cut him off. Now I run up here, and as I get to the top, I actually very faintly hear footsteps. There we go, he's underneath us. Come on. And there we go. He actually didn't hit me once, I just realized. Oh, tough luck, buddy. Now, in hindsight, with this guy here, I should have actually pushed him a lot quicker, because he does only have a pistol, therefore he should have only been a gulager. At this point, I hear him slam the door, so I go around and check him from the side. Guess what? He wasn't expecting it. And there we go. We get to find the mighty Fafar. I spot this guy here. You can tell it's very early in the season at this point because I haven't mastered the recoil of the FAR. Well, that's okay, because it's still better than that stupid gun anyway. Now at this point here, this is when everything just breaks out and all-out war escalates. This shit gets insane. I'm kidding, I just got sniped. Yeah, that happened. Alright, so at this point I've actually cut out one of my deaths, as you can see down the bottom there. I landed, killed a guy, and very immediately got shot in the back. But it's alright, because I come straight back, and I see this guy on the loadout and a car coming, so he's a little bit busy. I get lucky and I get an AK out of the ground loot there, and he is dead. Car's buggered off, I can get my loadout. Finally. Say hello to the BRRT machine. And now here you actually get to see in real time the kind of issue of this gun, and that is leading the bullets. It fires quite rapidly, and leading the bullets is actually a lot more difficult than you think compared to an automatic weapon. And at this point here, I find this guy way off in the distance, like there's not even any point trying to shoot him, so instead I decide to mount up and try to get a shot on him. As you see, I still haven't fully worked out the leading part. But that guy runs off anyway, and I head in towards the train station. A guy shoots me from the very top, and rather than hiding in cover, I actually decide to shoot back. And you actually notice that those 3 bullets from that one burst were the ones that actually cracked his armor. It can actually do a lot of damage. Here he decided to peek again and took a lot more bullets than he should have, and he died. Kept running along here to the east, and I spot these guys having a little bit of a fight. So I jump in, I pick up an easy kill, and I decide I'm not going to try push that at all. It's not worth trying to go against the Bertha. Now here is the issue with this gun. If you miss a burst, you're dead. Yeah, I lost this one to an M13. It's pretty brutal. It definitely is a gun that punishes you for missing compared to some others. Now I spawn in quite close to the airfield at this point, and I drop in on automotive because I feel it might be the one place that'll be least looted out of everything there, and a little bit safer. This guy comes screaming down the highway when I try to preemptively cook a grenade. He instead takes a bit of a detour and goes for the recon at the front. So I just give my position away and that's it. I actually didn't realize, so this is for something else to teach you guys. I actually thought this was inside where the wet floor sign is. No, the recon location is actually outside here. And if he was a little bit more proactive, he would have killed me. But he was nice enough to bring me a MAC-10 and a fully kitted AMAX as well, which is great because I love this gun. Captain Price gives me a bit of a heads up there for someone dropping in, and I just try to figure out where the hell he is. I spot this guy though. That guy was complete. I don't know what he was up to. Recon goes up the back. Can hear some footsteps on the roof. I'm still just trying to figure out where on earth he's going to pop out of. At this point, you hear the footsteps outside. There goes the shots. I steal this guy's poor kill, and I go and get an angle on him. I chuck a decoy out just to maybe try fool him, and I hear the revive. So I know he's he has no armor at least. Well, nearly no armor. Spot him here as he's armoring up, and he goes down nice and easy. I go back inside, and I actually didn't see this guy through the glass. If he was a better shot, he would have killed me. But instead I was able to actually reload my gun and gun him down. You get to see in that moment there why the AMAX is really good. Yes, I know I'm getting kills with other guns, but I'm trying to do with what I have at the moment. I'll get my loadout soon, I promise. Now I know the shots from the right there, and I also see the sniper glint from the top of Superstore. So I really want this guy's loot, so as you can tell, I just start running back and forth and try to avoid getting shot at enemies. I remember that guy I said who was out there on the right? Yeah, here he is. I just couldn't figure out where he was. Looking at it now, I actually see the bullet traces coming from the roof, and I didn't notice that at the time. So I was trying to figure out and then see whether he'd push me. Instead, I chucked the claymore down and I hugged the side of the building to get back inside. Spot the guy who was sniping at me before. He jumps off and I land no shots. Yeah, that's about it really. I hung out in here a little bit longer just because it seemed to be a very popular spot and I just want all the cover in the world. At this point the gas is coming in, so I have to move. There's no ifs, no buts about it. So I decide to go out a little bit wider here. I spot the guy who was actually shooting at me before. I don't entirely know why he stood there and took the bullets, but he did it and he took them like a champ. These guys over here are having their own little fight, and I thought, hey, I've got the money, I need to get this load out. So that's exactly what I do. I also grab a UAV and a self-revive as well. Just make sure I'm all topped up. And finally, I get to call on that loadout and pick up my sexy gun again. And here we go. Again, for the second time, we got our loadout. I go hunting for some more kills. Take note, I have 17 kills at this point, and I finished with 27 as well. So the action's about to pick up. Now at this point, this is kind of the only place he could have gone to. I spot him there on the buy station as he called in an airstrike. So I grabbed the bounty, mostly not so much for the money, but purely just to keep an eye on someone. I get the general idea of where someone is. And I picked this guy up here at a very long range. And you can see, this is where the long range is very, very bad with the FAMAS. Now, this guy here, this guy did a dumb thing. What he should have done is he should have actually gate-kept me inside. Now, he had all the time in the world to just keep me there, and I was getting pushed by the zone. Instead, he jumped out, got a very close crossbow bolt on me. Didn't actually realize that till now. And then he gets picked off behind it instead. Now, I should have actually gone to the right here, over the wall. I would have been very clear, but instead I was kind of arrogant and playing quite riskily. I got him there with my last burst, and that dude was not particularly happy. Again, should have gone to the right, had a way better chance of survival instead of trying to push out in the open like that there. If he scored a headshot on me, I was dead. I run out here to the buy station in the middle because it is by far the most protected area. A guy that I saw earlier? Yes, I figured he might go into the middle of the plane. He did indeed. Now here I just kind of start unloading bullets. It's very difficult to land these shots at much longer ranges, as you can tell. Once I put them down, it's rather easy though, but it's still not fun. Now my bounty's over in the hangar, so that's what I'm namely waiting for. This guy here actually almost got the drop on me. Instead, I decide to pop dead silence and push around the outside. When you get those moments, you just gotta push them, okay? You see an opportunity, you break someone's plates, and you know they start plating up and that there. Do something that they're not gonna expect. Go wide. Hell, sometimes even just rushing them straight up can work really well. You'll be surprised. Now again, I'm still playing for this bounty here. I don't care about the money. It's entirely knowing his position. I know he's roughly over there somewhere. And at this point, like, you know, this plane is the next, like, most powerful position. Spot a guy inside, and I get to take him out for a quick little burst there. Again, still just playing around the outside. I have all the cover in the world, and these guys have got across some very open area. I spot this guy off so far in the distance. And yes, trying to hit him at that range is extremely difficult. As I scope in, I actually see the sniper glint. I'm assuming that he was very, very low from the gas at that point, just to go down for one bullet, and the other guy picks up the kill on him. I sent an airstrike. I was hoping it would actually force him into the zone. Instead, he ran out for some reason. All he ended up doing there is he just made it that much more difficult for himself to get into the zone. He should have ran in. Got another precision because they're very, very handy, and I spot him running in, which means I know exactly where he is. Yes, everyone loves the inside of that plane, and unfortunately for them, so do I. Now, in hindsight, I should have actually stopped, looked at my money. I have 13k right now. Yes, I bought the one UAV. I should have bought another two, and then I would have had an advanced. I mean, like, it was nice enough that these guys weren't ghosted, but I should have bought an advanced because this is the last buy station. I could have made the absolute most of that, and I would have known where everyone is. So instead, you can see as I'm crossing this area here, I'm paying a lot of attention to my right because that's the one area I don't know. If someone's ghosted, they have a very easy shot on me, and yeah, if I called an advanced, I would have known that ahead of time. As I go to cross here, guy actually starts shooting me from the right. Unfortunately for him, he misses his entire lot on me, and I just get shot after shot on him. Again, you're seeing why you don't want to use the FAMAS at long range, or if you do, put it onto single fire, which I completely forgot about this game, to be honest. Now, there's been a little bit of back and forth here. Some people have died to the other guys, and I'm just trying to gatekeep as much as I can. I'm playing the zone. That airstrike, in hindsight, that should have gone more to the right. That would have forced his only escape out, but unfortunately, he had to run straight to me anyway. Getting down to this point here, I have one guy left, and I have no idea where he is. Well, that is until he actually jumps out and makes his appearance. But you know, you get the point. I presume they had Dear Matty, so I didn't want to rush him. Biggest thing there. Now, you might actually wonder, why don't I go ahead and jump down the bottom and push out right? Because I would have full opportunity to get him. Well, the problem is, if I jump over this here, I'm quite confident I actually can't get back up because the rocks are crap. Instead, I decide to play the gas a little bit and just keep an eye on him. Get my feet stuck for a second, but it's okay. He comes out, and I almost got screwed by the gas mask, but I pull it off. And I'll land another win. That's the FAMAS down. Hopefully to not use that gun again. Also, in buybacks, I didn't realize this until that last moment there. The circle actually keeps getting smaller on the spot. It does not move like traditional BR, so that's a little tip for the next time you're playing buybacks. Don't expect any fancy gas plays. Well, that's that game done and dusted. The FAMAS is done, and with 27 kills to my name as well. And if you play that well, you might get some banter like this in the post-game lobby.
Nice wall hacks, mate. Bullshit, mate.
Dude, he's using the burst game.
Yeah, it's pretty easy with wall hacks, mate.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I live for. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And hey, if you've gotten this far, maybe consider liking the video, or subscribing. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike, and let me know why you didn't like it. I want to improve. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you later.